Sheikh Jassim's Osimhen plan revealed. Qatari billionaire Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani called Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis on the day he made his final bid to buy Manchester United and announced that he wanted to sign Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. According to the news in the Italian press, Sheikh Jassim said Napoli are ready to pay €100 million to make Osimhen the new striker of Manchester United. Napoli president De Laurentiis stated that he wanted Osimhen to stay in the team and that he played a big role in the team's championship with 28 goals in Serie A this season. According to the Italian press, Osimhen is said to have fulfilled his duty in Naples and now wants another adventure. According to the Sun newspaper, if Sheikh Jassim buys Manchester United, the star player will start his transfers from Osimhen. So what is your opinion on this subject? Would you like to see Osimhen in Manchester? Manchester United face competition from Man City for Napoli star Min-Jae. Manchester United face competition from Manchester City in the race to sign Napoli defender Min-Jae this summer, according to Calciomercato. The Red Devils are likely to invest on a marquee centre-back in the next transfer window with the prospect of Harry Maguire heading for the exit door. Min-Jae is one of the top names on their radar, and it was reported yesterday that they are ready to trigger the release clause in his contract. The South Korean currently has a €45 million buyout clause valid for foreign clubs, but the figure will be much higher for clubs with a bigger turnover. As per Calciomercato, United and City will have to pay around €60 million for the South Korean star. The clause will be active for the first 15 days of July. Min-Jae has been a fantastic performer for the Naples outfit since his move from Fenerbahce last summer. The centre-back has been exceptional for the reigning Serie A champions, but there is a genuine possibility that he could move to England. In our opinion, United must open talks with his representatives as soon as possible such that they can agree terms in principle over a summer deal. United are not assured of Champions League football yet, but it should be a formality for them. Min-Jae has a good chance of securing a starting spot at United next season, particularly with Raphael Varane's injury record over the years. 164 days later, Ten Hag still awaits Manchester United takeover as rivals accelerate transfer signings. The Glazers initiated the sale process back on November 22. 164 days have since passed, but there is still confusion whether the club's owners have any intention to sell. Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe have made 3 separate bids to take over the club, but the Glazers continue to test their patience with their slow decision-making. The club's faithful are growingly frustrated with the situation, and in our opinion, Ten Hag is facing something similar with the uncertainty over the summer budget. The Dutch tactician would have preferred a top-class striker in January after parting ways with Cristiano Ronaldo, but the club eventually chose to pursue Wout Weghorst on loan. While it was reported that United were close to the financial fair play spending limit, the Glazers were obviously unlikely to spend after entering talks over a proposed sale. We are now not far away from the summer transfer window, and the Glazers must make their stance clear soon, with rival clubs already accelerating talks with their main targets. Ten Hag needs more clarity over the funds available at the end of the campaign. The Red Devils require a marquee striker, and they may have to break their transfer record to sign one. Goncalo Inacio interested in joining Manchester United, contact already made with his agent. Sporting Lisbon defender Goncalo Inacio would be interested in a move to Manchester United this summer, according to O Jogo. The 21-year-old is one of the best young centre-backs in Portuguese football, and he is widely expected to leave Sporting at the end of the campaign. United, Liverpool and Newcastle have already made contact with his agent Miguel Pinho, and O Jogo claim that he is tempted by the top project at Old Trafford. The Red Devils are looking for a replacement for Harry Maguire in the off-season. It is reported that Inacio would be interested to join if United make an approach. Maguire looks likely to head for the exit door this summer, and manager Erik ten Hag could prefer to sign a young central defender with room for improvement. Inacio would be a shrewd signing for the Red Devils, considering his relatively young age and a low release clause of €45 million in his current contract. Sporting have reportedly tried to increase the valuation to €60 million, but they have been unsuccessful. Inacio is a left-footed centre-back and he could be seen as Lisandro Martinez's deputy next term. Marcus Rashford and Casemiro make Premier League Team of the Season. Manchester United duo Marcus Rashford and Casemiro have been named in the Premier League Team of the Season. The Red Devils have had a bright campaign under manager Erik ten Hag this term, and Rashford has had a big role to play in the club's progress. The England international looked out of sorts last season with only 5 goals and 2 assists, but he has been completely transformed by ten Hag. Rashford has registered 29 goals and 11 assists from 52 appearances. Out of that tally, 21 of those goal contributions have come in the top flight. Having won 3 Player of the Month awards this season, there are no surprises that he has been voted to make the starting lineup for the Tots. Meanwhile, Casemiro has been a revelation for United since his switch from Real Madrid last summer. The Brazilian started off as a regular on the bench due to Scott McTominay's resurgence, but he eventually made his full Premier League debut in October. Casemiro has not looked back since. He has been unlucky with a couple of sending-offs, but overall, he has excelled with his defensive contributions. The 31-year-old has also managed 12 goal involvements, with 5 of those coming in the league. Manchester United considered recalling Lone Star in January. Manchester United considered recalling youngster Amad Diallo from his loan with Sunderland in the January transfer window. The Ivorian has enjoyed a scintillating loan spell so far with the Black Cats, registering 12 goals and 4 assists in 39 appearances, 29 of which have been as a starter across all competitions. According to Telegraph Sport, the Red Devils hierarchy held discussions over terminating Amad's loan prematurely after the glistening reports they'd been receiving, but instead opted against the idea as they didn't want the attacker to come back to the club and spend the second half of the campaign on the bench. The report confirms that Erik ten Hag will keep a close eye on the 20-year-old throughout United's preseason and will hope to make a decision on his future based on what he sees in the summer. The permanent transfer of Sabitzer is still unclear. Marcel Sabitzer has admitted he has yet to have talks with Bayern Munich boss Thomas Tuchel about his future after the conclusion of this campaign. The Austria international made the loan switch from the Bundesliga champions to Manchester United in January as Erik ten Hag looked to bolster his midfield options following the injury suffered by Christian Eriksen. Having started 7 games in the Premier League and helping United to EFL Cup success as well as the final of the FA Cup next month, it is still unsure whether the 29-year-old could extend his stay in England past this term.